I've been playing video games for a very long time now. Since I was like a little kid, I've been playing them, and I still do to this day as an adult. And so I decided, why not I do a top 10 ranking of my favorite video games? Now, I did do this many years ago, but those were like personal games from like my childhood, more than this is me different, where these games are games I'm playing now as an adult, more recently. Whether that be older games or newer games, these are all games that I've been playing, that I've been replaying, and also have an effect in my life personally, during the long run. It's not really going to be, it's somewhat based off of quality, but not all of it is. It's kind of weird, but this is my personal rankings here, so obviously you're going to be different. So to start things off, I'm going to be doing some honorable mentions first, because I realized when I was making this video, I was like, oh yeah, this game that I forgot about, yeah, it existed, and I played it, and I love it, and so I decided to put it in the list. And so these honorable mentions are games that I don't play anymore, but still affected me personally at the time, and has helped me now with gaming as an adult. So the first honorable mention I'm going to be covering here, and I'm going to be going kind of quick on these, because I don't really have much to say on these games really, but is Lego Dimensions. This game is good, and I really like playing it. But the problem is that you need to buy everything in order to really get the full experience, and so it's not really fun to have like a quarter of the figures, and you can't really do it, like you can't exploit a full 100%, you can't 100% this game unless you buy everything, which is kind of a problem. Next up we have Disney Infinity. I'm doing an entire trilogy here because I like all three Disney Infinity games. They're all very similar. I don't understand why I don't make a new one, because Disney is basically money hungry all the time, and you would think that they would make another one of these games because it's basically printing money. You don't really need to do any work on it, but I don't know, maybe they get stopped, maybe it's a lot of work, I don't know. Next is the Simpsons game, yes, from 2007, that one, and I still replay this game to this day, but it's not like, something I would play over and over again. It's mainly just like for nostalgia and just for boredom's sake, because it's still a really good game, and I do miss these type of games where it's like a tie-in game, and that's why I replay it, because it's its own unique story. Next up is actually Simpsons Tapped Out, which is next chronologically in Simpsons game timeline, you could say, and I've been playing Tapped Out from the very beginning since 2011 when it was in beta, and I still play it to this very day. Every day I've been playing it. Every morning, every night, I've been playing it, because it's a casual game that I like. This next game is going to provide some nostalgia if you played it back in the day, and this is Zoo Tycoon 2. I had so much fun playing this. This is basically opened my brain to just sandbox. I played the sandbox version, which is probably the version that everyone else played, and I actually got a modified game that I remember my mom doing, where it's like all the versions combined, like you had the safari animals, the dinosaurs, marine animals, and you had everything together in one package. That made it so much fun. I also had mods on. I remember having a Jurassic Park mod on, like just all this stuff that made it just so much more fun. But the honorable mention, this is the number one honorable mention here, is the entirety of the Skylanders franchise. Yes, all 6 games are compacted into this one honorable mention, because this game was the first time I got into the YouTube community when it comes to gaming. Because when Skylanders Giants was coming out, I watched like E3 interviews and conventions of Skylanders for the hype of this game. I was there for the marketing for those videos back in like 2012. This game defied my childhood for like a couple of years. I still have the figurines in my room, like I'm staring at them right now, like they're here, they're part of my childhood, and they're a part of my life, every day I wake up, they're there in my room, and that's why it's the number one honorable mention. So that's it for the honorable mentions here, and now let's go to the actual top 10 list now. Coming in at number 10, we have Among Us. Now, why did I put Among Us at number 10 if I don't really play the game anymore? Well, it's mainly the culture around it. Calling people the imposter, saying sus, the whole idea of a bunch of people in a ship, crewmates, imposter, all that pop culture is now integrated in my head and everyone else's. It's a major thing that happened, and And even though I don't play the game anymore, it's still a decent game when you have actual people with you. I stopped playing the game because it's boring playing by yourself. The trend died down, so there's no point in really playing. It's only worth playing when you have friends. So yeah, Among Us, the game, is probably not that good unless you have friends, but the culture around it and the influence it had on gaming and pop culture is, it deserves to be the number 10 spot at least. Number 9, we have Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. The reason I put this game on here is because this is the first game that, the first ever third-person shooter I have ever played. Yeah, I never played Halo or Call of Duty, none of those games. I never played those back in the day. I just didn't. But when it came to Garden Warfare, I was the first being introduced to this new genre. Well, at least to me, at least. And I did record this game on my YouTube channel for about a year or so, and I had fun with it. Granted, I basically raged a lot in it because I didn't really like the game. I like it, I just didn't like the gameplay. Granted, I sucked at the game, looking back at it, and if I had the skills I had now, then I would be very much prepared for the game and actually enjoy it, but I still like the game. I had a lot of fun with it, and this game was like a starting off point, so I had to mention it. Number 8, we have Spore. Now, only OGs will know why I say it like that, but if you know, you know, but I like Spore. It's a game where you basically evolve a creature from the cell stage all the way to outer space, and I like this game, obviously, but it's lower down on the list because, yes, it did help me when it came to YouTube, because when I started out YouTube, I played, that was like one of the games I played originally, and so it did help me out with my channel in terms of diversifying my content at the time. I still enjoy looking at content from it because it's still an interesting game, and I wish there was more done to it. I don't know why they don't do like some sort of sequel or remake. Everything like outside, like any other future projects, it didn't really sound that interesting. It wasn't really that good. But I don't play it anymore. That's why it's lower down the list. A lot of these games on the lower half of this list, I don't really play all that much anymore because it was just a product of the time. I played it and then I had good memories with it, but I'm not gonna play it again because they're older. They're not really that worth playing anymore, but I still have a lot of good times with it, so I like Spore. Number 7, we have the Star Wars Jedi series, basically Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Now these two games are more recent, and I put them here because these two games are games that I really like playing. The platforming genre I love. I remember playing a bunch of tie-in video games that were basically that. Whenever I play these series, the Jedi series, I'm saying to myself, yeah, these are games I played years ago, just updated graphics, and these games are my games. I love everything in these games. The exploration, the combat, the stories, the characters, just everything works. And these games are built for me, it feels like, because I just love these games so much, and I can't wait for the third game. Most likely, if I ever do one of these rankings again, I probably, after the third game comes out, I'll probably just put all 3 games on here because they're all good. Coming in at number 6, we have The Simpsons Hit and Run. This game is like my childhood game. I played this all the time when I was younger, and I still do play it to this day sometimes. In more recent years, I do watch videos on the game. Not all the time, I do watch them, but mainly the reason why the Hit and Run is on this list is because I use the soundtrack for my videos. If you listen to the background tracks, you probably heard I use the soundtrack because it's not copyrighted and it's good music to use as background music for certain scenarios in my videos. And I do use it a lot because I just like the music so much, along with the other soundtracks of music that I have. So it's a good mix and I do like it, and it does help me a lot when it comes to making videos. So me playing this game when I was a child has helped me out with making videos now in the present day, so that alone has put this on this ranking. Coming in at number 5, we have every LEGO game ever, but I'm going to be shortening it down to just the Star Wars games because those are the games that I played the most. being the original Lego games, the Clone Wars game, Lego Force Awakens, the Skywalker Saga, like all of them. That's what I'm categorizing in this, part of the video here. Even though, yes, I am saying every Lego game, just to make it easier, it's just gonna be the Star Wars ones, so those are the ones I played the most. But I decided, why not just make a mini ranking of all the Star Wars games, because, a ranking within a ranking. Coming in last place, we have Lego Force Awakens. This game is completely fine. It's just that with the Skywalker Saga, it's completely useless to buy this game, but if you really like the Force Awakens, then this is your game. 5th place, we have Lego Star Wars 2. This game is really good. It's just the only problem I have with it is that you don't really play as a Jedi all that much. You don't really use a lightsaber in the Force all that much in this game, because it's only the original trilogy, and it's only like 2, you only get to play 2 Jedi, really. It's 3, 2, whatever in the campaign, so it's sort of let down for me, but everything else is great, so that's my only complaint and why it's at 5th place. Number 4, we have the original Lego Star Wars game. This game is pure nostalgia. It's really great, a very basic, simple game that in today's space would be ripped apart for how just nothing there is to it, but the reason why this game and Lego Star Wars 2 are kind of towards the bottom is mainly because of one reason, which I'm going to get into later. Number 3, we have Lego The Clone Wars. This game is basically the first 2 seasons of The Clone Wars, and I had more appreciation of it after watching the show. And it's really cool seeing these events in Lego form, even if it's just the first 2, which aren't really considered the best, but for right now, the Clone Wars game is really underrated. 2nd place is the Skywalker Saga. This game is incredible. It's one of the best games of 2022. No joke. It's up there in the top 5 games of 2022 for a lot of people, including myself. And this game, you explore all planets, play whatever character you want. Yeah, there's no custom characterization in the other original Lego games, but who cares? You get to play all 9 movies, regardless of you like the sequel trilogy or not. You get to play everything, so that alone, and the fact that the stories are all there, all the major parts are there. Yeah, the cutscenes are really short. Yeah, all the levels are short. But you have 9 movies. It's enough content to get you by. In 1st place, we have the complete saga. If you take everything from Lego Star Wars 1, Lego Star Wars 2, you put together, you make one of the greatest games of all time. No joke. It is incredible how much of the Star Wars spirit is in the complete saga. There is. Even though, yes, this game is very simple in today's age of gaming space, but it's still extremely good. Not only is it nostalgic, it's so much fun to play, because there's so much stuff packed into this. You think that it's just a simple, kids game. No. It gets very intuitive, is how I'm going to describe it. It's all the mini kits and little, rooms you can discover that I never even knew existed until decades later. It's just insane. So yeah, that's my rankings for all the Lego Star Wars games. Really quickly there, yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Lego games are one of my favorite genres. I still play them somewhat to this day. Number 4, we have the original Plants vs. Zombies. Yes, the original one. I love this game. I still play it to this very day. It's so much fun. So much intuitive in this game. There's so much strategy to do. I love playing this game over and over again, because I learned new things through YouTube videos, and the way I played years ago has drastically changed from how I play now, and the strategies I use. Levels in the game that I found to be extremely difficult are now extremely easy now because of looking up YouTube videos and looking up YouTubers, how they play. Everyone knows what Plants vs. Zombies is, and even though, yeah, the franchise went to a weird direction with Garden Warfare, but still, the first game is a national treasure. It's just one of those perfect games that is just tied nicely with a bow. Everything, every plant, every zombie in the game works in the game. Nothing's too overpowered, nothing is too underpowered. Everything is just right, everything has a purpose, and that's what I love. How PopCap managed to do that and make a game like this so perfect, and they knew they had something special. Was just incredible. So I love Plants vs. Zombies. That's why there's a gigantic franchise to this day. Top 3, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yes, the EA version of the game. Now you may ask, why that version? Why not the original version of Battlefront 2? Well, because I never played those versions. I only played the EA Battlefront 2, and I love the game. I really do. It's a special game to me because I have never seen a Star Wars game that is more immersive than this game. Now, yes, the multiplayer is a bit tough, especially because of all the tryhards and hackers, and the PC makes it a bit difficult to play those multiplayer games, but if you get a good game in, it's really satisfying and really immersive. So I was there from the very beginning of the live support, all the way to the beginning with the gambling and the horrible start of the game to the downfall, during the dark times in 2018 to the good times where we had a lot of updates, and a lot of good updates. And I still play this game to this day, rather it be for my content on my Star Wars channel or just for the hell of it, just for fun. I still play the game. Granted, I do take breaks from it because it does get boring, but still, it's still a really immersive game. Like the single player, the offline stuff is really immersive, and just taking it in, it really is a good game. It started out really bad, but DICE really made a good game. Number 2 is Fortnite, and this is no surprise. Basically, I play Fortnite every day, whether it be challenges or just to check the item shop or just for the hell of it, because I really like the way Fortnite is structured. And even besides that, I've made so many memories in Fortnite during Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, playing with my friends during Fortnite, during the peak of the game. Even that's even seen in videos of mine, and it says I love Fortnite so much. And I am really passionate about Fortnite. I've put a lot of hours into the game. I've basically worked my ass off to get every single battle pass I can, do all the things I can in game, and I love it. It's such an immersive experience, a metaverse you could say. And for me personally, this game has helped me out a lot when it comes to making content for a different game. I could make my channel just all Fortnite content, but the number 1 spot will say differently. Number 1 is obviously Minecraft. What other game would I have spent almost a decade playing and enjoying, having all these memories from the start of just when Minecraft was kind of being bought by Microsoft, to now, where you have this entire new generation. I'm like an old timer when it comes to Minecraft. I really have had the experience with Minecraft. I have not played a game that has given me so much nostalgia, hope, anger, fear, sadness, and so many communities I've been in over the past decade, doing so much amazing stuff, running my own server, my own SMP, my own YouTube channel. My YouTube series wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Minecraft. And all the memories I've made with Latefilms, with John, with Jordan, with basically so many people that I forget because that's all I've been doing. I've been, playing Minecraft for so long that I've talked to people that were basically, you could argue, relevant at the time. Minecraft is the only game that I've never stopped playing, really. Yeah, I take days off from it, but I still play this game a lot. And I'm still in the community, because this game pretty much made me the person who I am. I love this game, and I will never stop playing it. I won't. I'll never stop uploading content about it. I'll never stop playing it. I'll never stop being a Minecrafter. I know that sounds really cringy to say, but this game has helped me out a lot. I am a different person because of Minecraft. That's my top 10 list of my favorite video games for me personally. Like I said in the beginning, these games are mainly about me personally, not the quality of the games per se. I mean, yeah, it does factor in a little bit, but it's mainly how these games have impacted my life personally. So, that's probably what you probably got from it. I don't know why I'm explaining it after the fact, but yeah, I love fun making this. It's really fun to make these ranking videos because it's just good to reflect and to update my video game ranking, because the last one I did was not really a proper reflection of who I am now rather than the person I was when I was like a kid. All these games I do indulge in communities for all these games once in a while. So this is a much more accurate reflection of me now and I'm happy with the results. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and we're going now. So goodbye, everyone.